hanging from a thread till you dead. Cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spilling every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale, a fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you can have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this lands for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, straight bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shiver, this a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence. Dare you to say something, no sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving.
What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the Ill Cartel. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building. All right, salute to y'all on this lovely Monday night. Thank you for joining me here. Hope everybody started their week off right, getting after that money.
Millions.
All right. I I was in a good mood till Upper Echelon started running his Twitter fingers. You know what I'm saying? Too much fucking information.
Yeah, too much information and shit.
Should probably stick him in a fucking toilet. I should probably take his wrench. We should probably stick him in a fucking toilet, and let him enjoy his glass of wine on a porcelain throne. You know what I'm saying? But, stirring the pot. Well, he can go roll around in that motherfucker. All right? In the goddamn bag.
Put him in a fucking bench, Mike.
Let's take a poll. See if Shy comes on. Man, Shy was just fine. Shy not mad now. I just love to see you struggling to fucking climb out of a toilet bowl in the fucking bathroom. You know? Just because you want to stir the pot, Let's see if you can stir, against the flush. If you can stir against the flush, then we good. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. All right, the numbers ain't numbering. It's looking mad disrespectful. This is an impromptu Monday live stream. We did a live stream on Ill Crimes last night covering the Arturo Gotti Sr. Case. And we didn't even make it to Junior. But there is so much. I started going through some of that information. There is so much we're going to talk about over there as far as that case goes. I'm going to stay on that case. That ain't a case that pays. But, it's a case that I want to talk about. So. All right, let's run through the chat. Shout out Zoraida. Salutes. Shout out Tere. My brother Oso. Upper Echelon. A fucking bathroom attendant. Don't have to. He's just always mad. Don't put that smut on my name. Don't put that he's always mad smut on my name. Get shit off my name.
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag salutes chill my dude hashtag Il Cartel member San chat hashtag I hope you having a blessed and grateful hashtag hanging out doing hoodrat shit with my friends Monday hashtag impromptu maybe Monday live hashtag like and subscribe to the great quality content hashtag it's free hashtag may put Robin into bathroom hashtag just keep swimming.
Yeah, we gotta put and I might do it right now. We gotta put the glass breaking back because that fucking coin drop is just rather lackluster. You're right, JP. You're absolutely correct, JP. It's rather I'd rather hear.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Than hear that coin drop right there. Shout out JP for the $2 power chat. Salutes Shy Il, my dude, Il Cartel members in chat. Hope you're having a blessed and grateful hanging out, doing hood rat shit with your friends Monday.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friends.
Oh shit, the lights just flickered out there. Impromptu maybe Monday live. Like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Don't cost you a damn thing. Hashtag may I put Robin in the bathroom. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, Robin. Don't stop moving your little arms. You know what I'm saying? The current can be very strong. Just don't stop moving your little arms. JP, when the time comes that he has to end up in the fucking bathroom, he's gonna have to live with you being the one that jumps out the bushes in your ghillie suit and makes it happen, all right? Shout out JP. Salutes to you, sir. Appreciate you. I'm about to move that music back right now. Blessings to everyone in the family. Usual suspects. Salutes. Great question, Theta. Did you make him mad? Answer that shit. Answer that shit. All right. It likes to stir the pot. Shout out Velez on the check-in. Salutes. All right, usual suspects in the building. Shout out Big June in the building. Shout out Sally Correa in the building. Long time no live. Good to see you. Shout out Tere. I have not stopped thinking about that case. Tere, wait till we get back to that one. There's a lot. El toilet tiene that blue water? What you mean? It looked like paradise, like ocean water? Nah. The water in there ain't blue, bro.
Put him in a fucking bench, Mike.
This is Sparta.
This is Sparta.
The water in there ain't blue, Papa. Numbers aren't numbering. Hit that like button. Salutes. Hey, Shadi, you have a channel to cover pop culture like hip-hop, entertainment, and news. I do. I just don't have the time. I have a channel to comment on everything that I like. Just don't have the time. All right, shout out Big June. Boom. Yeah, I just wanted to go live today. I wanted to cover what I didn't get to finish on my birthday. You know, the video that Upper Echelon was supposed to help translate. Right, I didn't get to finish that on my birthday because we ended up getting lit. And it turned into a party. All right, we was partying around this.
Are y'all ready to party? Let's go! Get your hands up! 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 Get your hands up!
We was partying out here. All right. Let me find. We need the glass breaking, bro. We need the glass breaking, bro. This is crazy. Right, we need the glass breaking. Something. Cause that hashtag don't sound like a hashtag without the glass breaking. Alright. Give me 1 sec. Let me get that popping. Where was it? Boom. Let's go here. But yeah, so I want to cover that story, which was the story of Mini Leak getting his friends together to do a field trip, and everybody goes snitch. Meanwhile, he left a day early and left them stranded. All right. There was more to that story that we didn't get to go through. So I'd like to go through that today. I also saw a little something on Caro Quintero might be working on a deal. You get a deal. You get a deal. You get a deal. All right. We're going to take a look at that and just ponder. You know, again, he may be the only one at that age that has a coin in his pocket. You know, they weren't going to offer him a deal, but he probably got that. He thinks he probably has that Kiki Camarena coin. We'll see what that's like. We'll see what that does for him. We'll talk about that. We'll see what that's about. And we'll look into whatever we look into. I know everybody got to work tomorrow, so we ain't going to be here too long. All right, good time, not a long time. All right. Shout out Jesus on the check-in. North Carolina in the chat. Salute North Carolina. One second. I'm looking for this music shit over here. Boom. Then I gotta go here. Make this happen real quick. Because that music ain't cutting it, bro. We need our shit back. Boom, get that. And move this here. Boom. Let me save that. All right. Go back there. And let's give it a shot. See if it worked. Let us see if it worked.
Jonathan Pantria sent
Oh, it
$2
didn't work.
hashtag salutes chill my dude hashtag El Cartel member San chat hashtag I hope you having a blessed and grateful hashtag hanging out doing hoodrat shit with my friends Monday hashtag impromptu maybe Monday live hashtag like and subscribe to the great quality content hashtag it's free hashtag may put Robin into bathroom hashtag just keep swimming.
Let me try one more thing because that didn't work. Let me try sending a test and see if that works. Tampoco. I think they blocked it, JP. I think they blocked Stone Cold's joint. What are we going to put in its place? Fuck it. Let's go with this Undertaker then. Let's go with this Undertaker, see if that works. It's probably too long, though. All right, let's see what if this Undertaker joint works. And then if not, then we just gonna move on because the world's working against us. Or you know what? Hold on, let me try something here. Can I refresh it here? All right, boom. Let's see. Refresh it here and let me try it again.
Test user sent
Nothing.
$50
Got
test
nothing.
message.
Treated, deleted, rejected, shorted. All right, so I'm gonna do the one last move and drop this in here. Boom. I'm gonna save that and hope it worked. Get this back to where it should be. One more again. There we go. Fuck. Probably takes too long though.
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag salutes chill my dude hashtag Il Cartel member San chat hashtag I
That's
hope
better.
you're having a blessed day and grateful hashtag hanging out doing hoodrat shit with my friends Monday hashtag impromptu maybe Monday live hashtag like and subscribe to the great quality content hashtag it's free hashtag may I put Robin into bathroom hashtag just keep swimming.
We'll let that one slide for now. Shout out Upper Echelon Shy. They said they would not negotiate a deal with him. They say a lot of things. They always saying some shit. But they see that last piece right there is like a whole problem. Shy, they said they would not negotiate a deal with him, but they'll probably accept him to pretty guilty. Or they'll probably accept him pleading guilty. Okay, I think I got that out of there. Quite possible. We shall see. We'll see what they talking about. Shout out 298 on the check-in. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming through. Oh, Sally. Shucks, Sally. I hope you're having a blessed day. Boom. Salutes. All right. Now, the night of my birthday, I got lit, and we never finished this story. Not that I got lit, we got lit as a team, as a unit. All right, and it was a good time. Shout out Ivy, rocking Ivy's joint today. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. We didn't get to finish that. I believe the last thing we spoke about was them showing up, the guy Guillo showing up at the restaurant to find, I believe it's Mini League's cousin crying, saying that he left. They went and they did it on their own. If y'all don't know the story, I'm gonna start from the beginning when we get to this video, and just go from the beginning. Might as well. Start this recording.
Apparently,
Shout out Eddie Jimenez on the check-in. Presente. All right, salutes to you. We just hanging
But I
out.
wanted to do hood rat
Doing
stuff
rat
with my
with our
friends.
friends. All right. Hey, Grillernauts, I feel like Grillernauts make it very hard on the no hablos, man. They don't have auto dubbing for the voice to turn it to English. They don't allow closed captions. They ain't got shit for us English speaking.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
They got none of that shit. No help. They're like, Shy, if you gonna translate that shit, you gonna translate that shit. All right? Now, I see, all right, are we good over here? We good. Let me drop the TTS. All right, if you want to troll for free, you end up in the bathroom. If you pay some money, then you could do all the shit talk you want to do. Just do it in the TTS. All right? Pin that. We good. Shout out Zorada. You made Shy blush. Nah, I just thought about how dry my lips are right now. Right? It's been a couple cold days in the Shy. All right. But yeah, no help from Grillernauts. So let's get it. El Quillo accuses Mini Leak of being a traitor. He speaks on the war with Iván Archibaldo.
Juan Francisco Picos Barrueta alias El Quillo, condenado.
All right, Don Francisco something, alias El Quillo,
a 32 años de prisión por el asesinato del periodista.
Was sentenced to 32 years in prison for the assassination of the journalist Javier Valdez.
Javier Valdez, crimen cometido en julio del 2017.
The crime committed in July 2017.
Acusó a Damaso López Serrano, el Mini Leak, de haberlo engañado y traicionado. Además,
he accuses Mini Leak of being a traitor. All right, Shot, put some Vicks on him. Ponle Vicks. I'm not sick. I don't got the sniffles. No, I got a chapstick over there. We'll be all right.
de poner en riesgo su vida y la de su familia.
He accuses Mini Leak of putting him and his family at risk.
De acuerdo con información difundida por Río 12. En una carta publicada en el medio antes referido, de puño y letra, El Quillo narra que Damaso López Serrano
Quillo sent a letter,
había acordado que se entregarían juntos a las autoridades de Estados Unidos,
where he tells of a story of Mini Leak telling him and his associates that they should mob up, leave to the United States, and testify for time reductions. Shout out Chris Ayala on the check-in. Salutes. Welcome. Shout out to them. Make them soft real quick. And clear up my sinuses, headaches, all that shit. Vicks fixes everything. I thought you knew. Ponle Vicks. Right? So they make a plan to turn themselves in together as a unit.
Unidos en 2017, pero lo abandonó a él y a su primo La Liebre en Mexicali.
But he abandoned them in Mexicali and went off and did it on his own.
Yo puse a Damaso Hijo en una lancha para huir hacia La Paz, Baja California, a él y su primo Mario Alberto Nungaray Bobadilla, apodado El Liebre. Luego Damaso Hijo me dijo que nos entregaríamos a la DEA por Caléxico, que yo lo pensara, que nos iríamos con...
He told me to think about it. I should turn myself into the DEA. Give up information in exchange for time.
La familia.
Oh no, I know. If you don't know, now you know.
Yo le dije que lo hiciéramos, narra El Quillo.
I told him let's do it.
Como a las 4 de la tarde del 27 de julio de 2017.
Too many numbers and shit.
Narra El Quillo. Como a las 4 de la tarde del 27
at like 4 in the afternoon,
7 de julio de 2017.
On the 27th of July, 2017,
me marcó al cel mi esposa asustada preguntando,
my wife called me on my cell phone,
¿cómo estoy? Y me dijo el señor con el que andas, Damaso López Serrano,
and the man that was with her said,
nos entregó en la línea de Estados Unidos.
Damaso turned himself in at the United States border.
Fuimos con mi tío a un restaurante a reunirnos con el Liebre.
We went with my uncle to meet up at a restaurant,
y lo vimos llorando, diciendo que nos había abandonado su
and we saw Liebre crying,
Río
saying that they were abandoned.
12 informó que la carta fechada el 17 de enero de 2025, primo. Río 12 informó que la carta fechada el 17 de enero de 2025 forma parte de una demanda civil dirigida a la Corte del Distrito.
He said that letter is part of a civil lawsuit,
diciendo que nos había abandonado su primo. Río 12 informó que la carta fechada el 17 de enero de 2025 forma parte de una demanda civil dirigida a la Corte del Distrito Sur de California, donde El Quillo denuncia a los Estados Unidos.
Yeah, the letter is part of a civil lawsuit against the, I don't know, Southern District.
Dirigida a la Corte del Distrito Sur de California.
Yeah, the Southern District of California.
Donde El Quillo denuncia a los Estados Unidos, a la DEA y al Servicio de Inmigración y Control de
Where he's suing everybody, the DEA,
aduanas, por poner en peligro su vida a los Estados Unidos, a la DEA y al Servicio
the United States, the DEA,
de Inmigración y Control de
and the immigration system for putting his family in danger.
Aduanas, por poner en peligro su vida al extraditar a Damaso López.
Putting his life in danger.
Núñez y Damaso López Serrano, a quienes señala junto con Iván Archibaldo Guzmán Salazar de intentar asesinarlo, de perjurio, abuso de autoridad y daños a terceros. extraditar a Damaso López Núñez y Damaso López Serrano.
This is where the translation got weird for me. This is where Upper Echelon said he was going to help. You know what I'm saying? Then he got up here and wanted to talk about, food and shit, I don't remember what happened, really. Salutes.
A quienes señala junto con Iván Archibaldo Guzmán Salazar de intentar asesinarlo.
What does he say here about Damaso and...
de migración y control de aduanas, por poner en peligro su vida al extraditar a Damaso López Núñez y Damaso López Serrano, a quienes...
That they put his life in danger, what? By is he saying by extraditing Damaso? Was he extradited? He wasn't extradited.
Por poner en peligro su vida al extraditar a Damaso López Núñez y Damaso López Serrano, a quienes señala junto con Iván Archibaldo Guzmán.
Yeah, that they put him in danger by having them extradited. I think that's what he's saying. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so.
Salazar de intentar asesinarlo, de perjurio, a quienes señala junto con Iván Archibaldo Guzmán Salazar de intentar asesinarlo, de perjurio. López Serrano, a quienes señala junto con Iván Archibaldo Guzmán Salazar de intentar asesinarlo, de perjurio.
Now, I don't know what the hell he's saying when he's involving Iván over here.
Por poner en peligro su vida al extraditar a Damaso López Núñez y Damaso López Serrano, a quienes señala junto con Iván Archibaldo Guzmán Salazar de intentar asesinarlo, de perjurio, abuso de autoridad y daños a terceros.
Yes, you got it. Is that what he said? Okay, the extradition part. Now, what's the part for extraditing them? He's accusing Ivan and Damaso of trying to kill him. Okay. Yes, by extraditing Mini League, he thinks it put him in danger. Okay. All right. Cool. I don't know. Shit sounded weird. I appreciate y'all. You're on point. Salutes. All right. I didn't know if he was saying that these two were trying to go at Ivan. Excuse me. He was saying the opposite. He was saying that they were trying to kill him together. Okay. I'm trying to understand how that works. I guess that's how he did it, right? He sells them out, leaves them there to deal with Ivan trying to get them. Meanwhile, he was supposed to be leaving with him. Is that what we're getting at? Sounds like a very weak case. Sounds like a very weak case that dude got. All right? The wherewithal to be sentenced to 32 years in prison for taking out a journalist for somebody else, supposedly, and you filing civil lawsuits and shit.
Archibaldo Guzmán Salazar de intentar asesinarlo, de perjurio.
Okay, so he in his suit, he's saying that they put him in danger by extraditing Minileak and his father, and that Minileak and Ivan wanted him dead.
De autoridad y daños a terceros. Además solicita asilo político y ofrece ser testigo protegido.
Shout out Karen. Greetings from Germany to everyone. Salutes to Karen. Put your DNA on the like button, y'all. I'm sure Karen would agree.
Pido asilo político a Estados Unidos de América inmediato. Temo por mi vida y la de mi...
So he wants asylum. He wants asylum in the U.S.
Y daños a terceros. Además solicita asilo político y ofrece ser testigo protegido.
He's willing to be a protected witness. He just wants protection.
Pido asilo político a Estados Unidos de América inmediato. Temo por mi vida y la de mi familia inmediata.
I'm afraid for my life and my family's life.
Debido a la muerte de un periodista que no maté y los culpables.
Over the life of a man whose life I didn't take.
Están protegidos por la DEA. Cita en otra parte de muerte de un periodista que no maté y los culpables están.
And the ones that did do it are protected by the DEA. You kind of got a point there. You know what I'm saying? If all that shit is true.
Protegidos por la DEA. Cita en otra parte de la carta. Río 12 informó que en el documento, Picos Barrueta además relata sus pasos dentro del cártel de Sinaloa.
They say he also details in the letter his pasos, his steps through the Sinaloa cartel.
Donde dijo que en 2006 formó parte del equipo de seguridad de Vicente Zambada Niebla el Vicente.
He says he was part of security detail for Vicentillo. Good news is I started working on Cartel episode 5 based on Vicentillo, so that'll be dropping any day now. As soon as I get it tightened up.
Sinaloa, donde dijo que en 2006 formó parte del
So
equipo
in 2006, he was part of the security detail for Vicentillo.
de seguridad de Vicente Zambada Niebla el Vicentillo, y que tras ser detenido en 2009, le pidieron ser guardaespaldas de Rodrigo Arechiga Gamboa el chino Antrax y de ser detenido en 2009, le
And
pidieron
that after he went to prison in 2009, they asked him to be on the security apparatus for Chino Anthrax.
ser guardaespaldas de Rodrigo Arechiga Gamboa el chino Antrax y de Iván Archibaldo Guzmán Salazar, pero
And Ivan's security detail.
se negó.
But he turned it down.
Posteriormente comenzó a trabajar con Damaso López Núñez el licenciado.
Instead, he started working with El Licenciado, Damaso Lopez Sr.
En el texto además da su versión de cómo el Mini Leak y los Chapitos rompieron relaciones y empezaron una
He details in the letter how Minileak and the Chapitos, los Chapitos, how their relationship disintegrated.
guerra que el hijo del licenciado perdió.
Well, he details the war that Minileak lost against the Chapitos.
Todo estaba bien hasta un día 31 de diciembre de 2016.
Everything was good until December 2016.
Se peleó Damaso López Serrano e Iván Archibaldo en un rancho de
Minileak and Ivan Archibaldo got into a fight
Badiraguato llamado Portezuelos. En una fiesta se amenazaron de muerte.
at a party and they threatened death on each other. That what he said? Everyone's afraid for their life and that of their family after they get caught. Yeah, they had no fear before that shit, right? Everybody's terrified. Everybody's thirsty as soon as the cups go on.
Se salieron del rancho. El licenciado Damaso López me
They left the ranch.
dijo vamos
These guys having fights at the party. This whole shit is like Karate Kid, the beginning of Karate Kid. I aged myself, but with all the kids playing on the beach and then it turns into a fight, and this is a bunch of bullshit if you ask me, man.
Bullshit.
Tunane, how's your back feeling, man? It's popping. Yeah, but a bunch of silly shit. All go straight to war over a bunch of silly ass shit. We got into a fight at a party where y'all were probably drunk and your egos collided.
al lugar porque se van a matar mi hijo y el Iván, relató. Guato llamado Portezuelos, en una fiesta se amenazaron de muerte, y se salieron del rancho. El licenciado Damaso López me dijo vamos al lugar porque se van a matar mi hijo y el Iván, relató.
He says that Damaso told him, let's go because my son and Iván are going to end up killing each other.
Luego se hizo una junta de capos, el Chapo Guzmán ya era prófugo.
Then there was a meeting above the bosses. There was a meeting of the bosses.
Aún así se presentó a la junta que organizó
Chapo.
Mayo Zambada.
Chapo was one of them. Mayo was the other.
En la junta se repartieron el terreno e Iván se quedó con Culiacán y el licenciado con El Dorado.
All right, so they split up the routes. Iván stayed with Culiacán and Minili got Dorado.
En la junta se repartieron el terreno e Iván se quedó con Culiacán y el licenciado con El Dorado.
Licenciado con El Dorado.
Aún así Iván se metió después al terreno de El Dorado para reclamarle que su hijo Mini Lick hizo una tregua en Ciudad Juárez con César Carrillo, hijo de Amado Carrillo Fuentes, porque se hicieron compadres.
Hold on.
Y Iván se metió después al terreno de El Dorado.
So then Ivan went into Licenciado's territory in Dorado
Para reclamarle que su hijo Mini Lick hizo una tregua en Ciudad Juárez con
about something that Mini League did.
después al terreno de El Dorado para reclamarle que su hijo Mini Lick hizo una tregua en Ciudad Juárez
To let him know that he did a drop off in Juarez
con César Carrillo, hijo de Amado
with César Carrillo, Amado Carrillo Fuentes' son.
Carrillo Fuentes, porque se hicieron hizo una tregua en Ciudad Juárez con César Carrillo, hijo de Amado Carrillo Fuentes, porque se hicieron compadres.
Because they became friends.
Entonces, cita, el licenciado le dijo, juntemos gente y estemos listos para la guerra, pues si
And Damaso told them, we got people and we ready for war. What the fuck is happening here? Who made a deal with who? Why did Ivan go into the territory? Because him and Dude are cool? I'm confused by what I don't know, man. Too fast. Too what? Too many syllables. I don't know what, but
Mini hizo una tregua en Ciudad
he
Juárez
made a truce with Caesar. Who made a truce?
con César Carrillo, hijo de Amado Carrillo Fuentes, Dorado. Aún así Iván se metió después al terreno de El Dorado para reclamarle que su hijo Mini Lick hizo una tregua en Ciudad Juárez con César Carrillo, hijo de Amado.
So Ivan didn't like that Mini League made a truce with Caesar. So he went up in there. Is that what they're getting at?
Carrillo Fuentes, porque se hicieron compadres.
Because they became friends.
Entonces, cita, el licenciado le dijo, juntemos gente y estemos listos para la guerra, pues Iván había declarado guerra a los Damaso.
So the Damasos said we get the people together because there's war, and Ivan declared war on the Damasos. I guess that's it. I don't know, man. Too many syllables and shit. Mini League made a truce for Caesar. Okay, thank you. Boom. All right.
La guerra comenzó en el ejido Mezquitillo, al sur
All right, so the war went down.
del municipio de Culiacán, donde pistoleros del licenciado se enfrentaron con Iván Archibaldo Guzmán, pero
It
al
went down in Culiacan.
ser terreno del Mayo Zambada, este les advirtió que se detuvieran. En el ejido Mezquitillo, al sur,
It went down in Mezquitillo.
Iván había declarado guerra a los Damaso. La guerra comenzó en el ejido Mezquitillo, al
The war went down in Mezquijillo,
sur del municipio de Culiacán,
at the south of the municipality of Culiacan,
donde pistoleros del licenciado se enfrentaron con Iván
where gunmen of
Archibaldo Guzmán,
Damaso went at it with gunmen of Ivan Archibaldo.
pero al ser terreno del Mayo Zambada, este les advirtió que se detuvieran.
But since they were on Mayo's land,
Y entonces la pelea se... Pero al ser terreno del Mayo Zambada, este les advirtió que se detuvieran. Y
that made them stop.
entonces la pelea se trasladó a la ciudad de Culiacán.
Then the war went into the city in Culiacan.
Señaló el Quillo. Añade que después, el Mayo hizo otra junta con todos los capos
Then Mayo had another meeting with all the bosses
para arreglar las cosas y
to
se
fix things. Always the peacemaker, huh? He rather lock them up.
logró, pero cada quien por su lado. Meses después, todos los capos para arreglar las cosas y se logró, pero cada quien por su lado.
He wanted everybody to make peace. They made peace, but everybody went their own way. They stopped fighting, but everybody went on their own shit.
Meses después Iván convenció a David López el Pollo que le diera
Months later, he convinced David Lopez El Pollo, Ivan did, convinced El Pollo.
la ubicación exacta de Damaso y
Oh shit. Ghillie Suit, JP.
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag mini LIC Mad Edropov with Fuentes with the enemy hashtag essentially Ivan wanted El Dorado back due to betrayal hashtag in my humble opinion that's what ticket in my Espanol.
This is what you got in your English,
motherfucker, do you speak?
Shout out JP for the $2 power chat. Hashtag mini leak made a drop off with Fuentes with the enemy. Essentially, Ivan wanted El Dorado back due to a betrayal. In my humble opinion, that is what I got in my Espanol. I think you're correct, Mundo. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. Shout out JP for the $2 power chat. He was the fixer, the peacemaker. He was also the finger. All right. He was also the, you know what? Those guys are going to give us problems in the future. Straight to jail.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Those guys over there, they look like they might be a threat to my child. Put them in jail, straight to jail.
You're
Everybody
stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Oh, I had one of those. Herniated disc in the lower back. Oh, yeah. I know what that's like. It'll get better. It's just going to take some time. And you can't stress that motherfucker again. Salutes. Lo cagó el gallo.
Yo vivo tranquila con los pelos presos en la casa.
Cállate, hijueputa.
We need to find a better song for the that one take too long. That Undertaker shit, boy. I gotta cut that shit down. We need something else, man. What about this one? That one? That's a good one.
licenciado. El Pollito le dijo a Iván que iría a la Ciudad de México y el 2 de mayo de 2017 fue capturado por orden de Iván a las 6. de Damaso el licenciado, junta con todos los capos para arreglar las cosas y se logró, pero cada quien por su lado. Meses después Iván convenció a David López el Pollo, que le diera la ubicación exacta de Damaso el licenciado.
Ivan convinced El Pollo to give him the exact location of Damaso Sr.
El Pollito le dijo a Iván que iría a la Ciudad de México.
And he told Iván that Damaso's going to Mexico City.
Y el 2 de mayo de 2017 fue capturado por orden de Iván Alaceido y la Marina.
And he was captured by order of Iván by the Marines
Autoridad mexicana corrupta, quien
and corrupt Mexican authorities.
está en la nómina de Iván Archibaldo.
So wait, I didn't know that. See, I don't know the whole story. I didn't know that. It's too many little wrinkles and caveats. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Shout out Soul Man on the check-in. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they that they fingered him. I thought that the military just caught him. But the fact that they pointed the finger at him. Nah, no, they're not snitches at all. Huh? What do you suppose his so-called gangsters say? Oh, they got to fight it out. Everybody guerra, war, soldiers. Nah, man. They call 911, man. They be like, hey, you see that dude right there?
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Bitch be with the bullshit. So this says here the Chapitos sent him to jail.
Señaló. Tras la detención del licenciado.
This is according to El Quillo.
En la capital del país, añade, el Minilic lo citó en El Dorado, donde se pretensión del licenciado nómina de Iván Archibaldo, señaló. Tras la detención del licenciado en la capital del país, añade, el Minilic lo citó en El Dorado, donde se prepararon para pelear contra Iván Archibaldo Guzmán.
All right, while he was getting locked up, Minilic was in, I forget what they say he was.
El Minilic lo citó en El Dorado.
He was in Dorado, gearing up to go to war with the Chapitos.
Donde se prepararon para pelear contra Iván Archibaldo Guzmán. Comenzaron los enfrentamientos en todo el territorio de El Dorado. Iván compró la marina y los soldados y comenzaron a matar a todos los sicarios de Damaso.
Damn. That's it. That's how he won that war. He won that war through the use of the police. Almost never do capos get caught without someone putting them. Yeah, it's just, yeah. But that's the thing, like, miss me with this loyalty or miss me with the honor of no snitching and no bullshit. It's called the police. Straight
You're
to jail.
stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Yeah, no, miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit.
Tumbaron las antenas de comunicación y comenzamos a perder la batalla.
So look, so he's getting ready in Dorado for this war with Ivan.
Se prepararon para pelear contra Iván Archibaldo Guzmán. Comenzaron los enfrentamientos en todo el territorio de El Dorado.
All right, the confrontations began happening all over the place.
Iván compró la marina y los soldados y comenzaron a matar a todos los
Ivan bought the Marines and the soldiers.
Sicarios de Damaso.
And they started killing all of Damaso's men. That's it, man. In case of emergency, call the police. Buy them. That's gangster shot. Nah, you guys said you can't talk to them. You can't do nothing with them. Nothing. You guys said that's snitching. That's police behavior. Recording, that's police behavior. Giving people's locations to law enforcement, that's police behavior. That's what y'all be saying, no? Come on, man.
Tumbaron las antenas de comunicación y comenzamos
they started killing his men, they knocked down the communication.
a perder la batalla. Tumbaron las antenas de comunicación y comenzamos a perder la batalla.
And they knocked down communications and Minilic lost the war. Or the battle.
Agrega que el Mayo Zambada se molestó por los enfrentamientos porque no quería personas armadas en sus terrenos.
Mayo was upset because, he didn't want armed people on his territories. Why come on me? Me? Come on me? Come on, man. Why me? Come on, Shy. You know better by now. If someone got caught by the police or army, 100% someone snitched. But I'm saying, though, But I'm saying they broke the rules, bro. They broke the rules. What you trying to say? You trying to say the police or army can't do their job without the help of the other side? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are you telling me that the other side can't win without the help of the police? That would say that the code is all bullshit and that they depend on each other. You know what I'm saying? What you mean, come on? Come on, man. Come on, son. Hasta el mencho, they wanted to say it was because of a woman, but now information is coming to light that there may be high-ranking snitch in the CJNG that put him in. I mean, all the snitch has to do is put them on the woman. You know what I'm saying? So boom, makes both things true. Yeah, shout out FJM. Narco means popo without a badge is what we finding out. Yeah. But they're gonna tell our kids no snitching, loyalty, take one for the team. No mommy's weak. And I get it, 298's right. This is my sarcasm at play right here. Right? Someone gets caught, 100%. Someone snitched. Or, they did their job, man. What are you trying to say? These guys are incompetent? How dare you?
Y lo citó a otra reunión.
Alright, so Mayo was pissed off, so he made another meeting. I don't know how. Those meetings didn't work much, bro. You know? When it came down to it, the one that everybody looked at like, never heard of, we don't talk about him, Joaquin, put him in the trunk, took him with him. They that's a clear disrespect. Like, hey man, miss me with this old school shit. We're gonna do it our way.
Llamó a Iván y a Damaso para una junta, pero Damaso no quiso estar presente porque decidió que no ocupaba al jefe de...
He called Ivan and Mini-League to a meeting.
Damaso para una junta, pero Damaso no quiso estar presente.
But Mini-League didn't want to go.
Porque decidió que no ocupaba al jefe del cártel para pelear contra Iván Archibaldo. También me dijo que que no ocupaba al jefe del cártel para...
Ocupaba, what's that mean?
A una junta, pero Damaso no quiso estar presente porque decidió que no ocupaba al jefe del cártel para pelear contra Iván Archibaldo.
That he didn't need what? That he didn't need the old man to for him to go to war with Ivan. He didn't need the old man's approval. Is that what he's saying? Yeah, in America, but in Mexico, it's just the cost of doing business. In America, you really can't buy the police or military. But that's my point, my brother. That these kids in America glorify this shit more than the kids in Mexico, I'm sure. The kids in Mexico are in it. Or all the way out of it. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. But these alucinas here, they don't know none of that shit. They don't know that it's the price of doing business. They don't know that it's a tool, that it's part of the game. Meanwhile, they put these guys capes on and shit. And please, let's stop pretending that these narcos in Mexico don't feed the same shit to them. Because if they did, then, these guys wouldn't be hiding when they did snitch. Or these guys wouldn't need the permission of their fathers to snitch. They sell that shit out there to them too, to the cartel guys. Oh, loyalty, no snitching. But if ever this general calls you, make sure you, handle your business. Shout out HG on the check-in. Salutes. Money's green, my boy. You absolutely can. It's just more rare. Yeah, you can buy the police. You buy one, too. I mean, look, Saul had a cop. Saul had one. He ain't no El Mayo. Shout out FJ. How many of them parent conferences did Mayo call for? I call them so because nothing happens after their meeting. That's what I'm saying. It's like, we don't care. You want to call another meeting, another kumbaya? Give a shit. I'm going to war. My question is, what did he say there? What did that mean? That the boss of the cartel no ocupó my guerra against Ivan. What does that even mean? It's none of his business. That's what he's saying. Why didn't Mini show up? What's this guy saying? Somebody tell me.
Pero Damaso no quiso estar presente porque decidió que no ocupaba al jefe del cártel para pelear contra Iván Archibaldo. También me dijo que lo grabaría con una cámara escondida, para si perdíamos la pelea contra Iván, nos entregaríamos a los Estados Unidos y les daríamos al Mayo y a Iván.
Oh, shit. And he said that he was going to videotape. Oh, he didn't need. Okay, boom. So that is what he's saying. He didn't need. He's saying, I don't need the boss of the cartels in order for me to fight dude.
Llegaríamos a los Estados Unidos y les daríamos al Mayo y a...
But wait, but then he said he did go to the meeting. He wanted to record it. Hold on. Yeah, for people to understand, this business is about fucking over your enemy by any means possible. And sometimes not just your enemy, your friends. Police taking work around town for you in America. They traffic for you, all that shit. Chief of police will do it too. Yes, that's what he's saying. Bet. So, yeah, boom.
Nos entregaríamos a los Estados Unidos y les daríamos... Me dijo que lo grabaría con una cámara escondida.
Menelik said that he does not need Mayo to fight Ivan. If he lost the war, he was going to record Ivan and help turn in Ivan and Mayo to the U.S. he had it all planned out, huh? God damn. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I do the best that I can, and I need y'all help from there.
Si perdíamos la pelea contra Iván, nos entregaríamos a los... No quiso estar presente porque decidió que no ocupaba al jefe del cártel para pelear contra Iván Archibaldo. También me dijo que lo grabaría con una cámara...
He sounds like New Money. He talking all that tough movie shit, boy.
Cámara escondida, para si perdíamos la pelea contra Iván, nos entregaríamos a los Estados Unidos y les daríamos al Mayo y a Iván.
Yeah, if we lost the war, we turn in Mayo and Ivan. Crazy. Sore loser shit. Fuck it, we lost. Everybody's going to jail.
Después el señor Ismael Zambada, como perdimos, avisó.
Then Mayo, since we lost, public cases of cops that got caught while in departments. Yeah, here's just the only difference is, and again, sometimes it could be more than one person in a department. Over there, shit, it'd be the next 4 municipalities, all the police are bought off. All of them. But it's a game of the highest bidder. It ain't a game of Mayo owns these and he owns those. Now it's the highest bidder. These old men with these political connections and trust are no longer there. Now it'll be the highest bidder.
Por radio que toda la gente de Damaso fueran a trabajar para él y se les respetaría la vida. Íbamos al Mayo y a Iván. Después el señor Ismael Zambada, como perdimos, avisó por radio que
Since we lost, El Mayo through the radio let us know
toda la gente de Damaso fueran a
that all mini leagues people
trabajar para él y
can come work for him
y se les respetaría la vida.
And their life will be respected.
De acuerdo con Río 12, el Quillo narró que
yeah, we go down, everyone goes down, right? We lose this, everybody going to jail. Shout out JB. Then Damaso Sr. set up Mayo and Ivan to an ambush before he got caught, but failed the ambush and went to the Capitol to hide. I believe we spoke about that. I think Mini League said that. I think we spoke about that in the last Mini League video we did. You got to check out our Mini League playlist. You'll probably find it in there. But if I recall correctly, yeah, something like that happened. But this guy said it was everybody else's fault. And again, if everything they blame on the Chapitos is true, they're the wildest, most super brilliant masterminds in the history of this bullshit cartel culture. Shout out, Sam. I believe no country, yeah, I agree. No country is immune to corruption. As long as money is involved, people can become corrupted no matter what part of the world they're in. I agree. It is different, though. It is different the way it's done. It's more overtly, I guess, done in Mexico. But I hear what y'all are saying.
Después de eso, subió al Mini League y a su primo La Liebre, a una lancha que los llevó a La Paz, Baja California, mientras él viajó en avión.
Lancha. I learned lancha last time, all right? It's a fucking boat. Did I tell y'all that Oso and Suso popped up with the Krispy Kremes the other day? Boy. And I'm sad to say I maxed them motherfuckers, and every now and then they'll cross my mind. Just saying. All right, let's get it. Let's see what he talking about with this boat. What happened? Why is this not working? Are we good over here? Huh. My chat is not working now. Hold on. Let me see something here. Huh. My chat highlights not working. Give me 1 sec. Let me try this. I'm trying to pop a new chat in here, because mine does not seem to be working at the moment, and it's frozen up there. As you can see, EC's refresh. There we go. I think I got rid of it. Well, we should be good now. How did that work out for Mini League? How did what work out for him? What? Look at this. Nah, it's not working at all. Technical difficulties. Oh man, I don't like when I don't have my stuff. I like my chat highlight, man. I don't know what the issue is, but yes, you did tell us. That's how I feel about Pan Dulce, okay? Yeah, man. Stayed on my mind. Stayed on my mind, man. Here, let me see something. Oh, here we go. If I could do that, let me do this. Damn, that shit don't work. That's bullshit. I'm upset now. I need my hit the like button if you have yet to do so. If you've been here more than 5 minutes, we've entertained you. And we deserve for you to hit that free like button right there, all right? While I try to get my chat popping over here. I like my chat highlight, but it's not working, so we might have to skip it for the rest of the show. It's crazy. All right, well, it is what it is. It's not working. All right, let's get it.
Posteriormente se reunió con ellos en una privada en Mexicali, donde él viajó en avión a una lancha que los llevó 12. El Quillo narró que después de eso subió al Mini Lick y a su primo La Liebre a una lancha que los llevó a La Paz, Baja California. Eso les respetaría la vida. De acuerdo con Río 12, el Quillo narró que después de eso subió al Mini Lick y a su primo La Liebre a una lancha.
He said Mini Lick and his cousin hopped up on a boat
Que los llevó a La Paz, Baja California.
And took them to La Paz, Baja California.
Tras él viajó en avión. Posteriormente se reunió con ellos en una privada en Mexicali.
And that he went on airplane and that he met up with them in Mexicali.
Donde estuvieron 5 días planeando lo que harían.
Oh, so they actually went. So they actually began the plan and went. That's even worse. That's even filthier. you make a plan with me. We're going to leave. We're going to go to the States. We're going to talk. We get the first jump of the plan. We get to where we're going for the first leg of the race. And then we get there, and then you bounce a day early. Dirty, filthy, rotten.
Me ordenaron Damaso López hijo contratar 30 sicarios, y lo hice.
Mini League told me to get 30 sicarios, and I did.
Él comenzó a comprar armas y a cambiar drogas por armamento de contactos americanos que yo conozco.
And he started to buy arms through American contacts that I knew.
Nos movimos hacia un rancho cerca del aeropuerto de Mexicali.
We moved to a ranch near the airport in Mexicali.
Llegaron las familias de Damaso y mi tío. Luego Mini League me dijo que nos entregaríamos a la DEA por Caléxico, que yo lo pensara, que nos iríamos con la familia.
Oh, okay. He's going, okay, I see where we're at now. Let me clear this up for y'all. It's probably clearer for y'all than it is for me already at this point. Now we're getting to the point where he tells them maybe we should turn ourselves in. So, boom, the shit goes left in the war. Mayo tells them to relax. He says, fuck him. They take off to Mexicali. He tells them, get this, get weapons, get sicarios, all right. Then he tells him, maybe you should turn yourself into the DEA. Maybe we should all turn ourselves into the DEA.
Yo le dije que lo hiciéramos.
And I said, let's do it.
Fuimos a un hotel en Mexicali, vimos a Emilio Quintero Navidad.
We went to a hotel in Mexicali. We seen Emilio Quintero,
jefe de plaza de los Beltrán Leiva en
jefe of the plaza for the Beltran Leivas
Sonora, y nos
in
iríamos
Sonora.
a Obregón, Sonora con él, pero Damaso dijo vamos a ver a otras personas aquí en el hotel en otro cuarto. Beltrán Leiva en Sonora, y nos iríamos a Obregón, Sonora con él, pero Damaso dijo fuimos a un hotel en Mexicali, vimos a Emilio Quintero Navidad, jefe de plaza de los Beltrán Leiva en Sonora, y nos iríamos a Obregón, Sonora con él, pero Damaso dijo
He said we'd go hide in Sonora with him.
Vamos a ver a otras personas
But Mini League said let's go see some other people
aquí en el hotel en otro cuarto.
in another room.
Fuimos y estaban dos agentes de la DEA.
And we went to the other room and there was 2 DEA agents. Yes, that might be true right there, 298. DEA probably told Minnie, who the fuck is them for? Who the fuck is that guy? We need you, not your helpers. You're probably right. Send your boys home. Get them boys the fuck out of here, man. Con Vicente Libre, ningún de estos cabrones hubiera subido tan alto en poder. Aunque todo. Yeah, none of these guys would have reached a level of power if Vicente was around. Well, we're going to talk about Vicente. We're going to talk about him on the next episode of Cartel. All right? I'm looking to find somebody that exposed the real workings of the cartel more than him. And I don't know. So boom. In one room, they got the guy that they're going to that they want to go hide in his territory, and in another room, they got the good old Dia.
Me dijo que harían un arreglo y duraron 3 horas hablando. Salió y me dijo, esto quedó, vámonos.
He said they made a deal and they talked for 3 hours.
Arreglo y durato. Fuimos y estaban dos agentes. Dijo vamos a ver a otras personas aquí en el hotel en otro cuarto. Fuimos y estaban dos agentes de la DEA. Me dijo que harían un arreglo y duraron 3 horas hablando.
Said there was a deal and there was 3 hours of talking.
Salió y me dijo, esto
He
quedó.
came out and said this is done, let's go.
Vámonos. Nos retiramos a casa a cenar y cada quien se fue con sus familias. Añade que al siguiente
Everyone went home to eat with their family.
se fue con sus familias. Añade que al siguiente día, el 27 de julio de
The
2017,
next day, 27th of July of 2017,
alrededor de las 8 de la mañana,
around 8 o'clock in the morning,
fueron a llevarles comida a los 30 sicarios y luego regresaron a su casa. A las 2 de la
they
tarde,
went to take food to the 30 sicarios and then went back home.
Mini League me dijo vamos a un mandado. Fuimos a
Mini League said we got to go do something, we got to run an errand.
un lado de la plaza Cachanilla, se bajó de Mini League me dijo vamos a un mandado. Fuimos a un lado de la plaza Cachanilla, se
We
bajó
went to the one side of the plaza, I don't know, Cachanilla.
de mi League me dijo vamos a un mandado. Fuimos a un lado de la Plaza Cachanilla, se bajó de mi camioneta y se subió a otra.
He got out of my truck. And
No.
no, mommy's wake. He got out of my truck and he jumped in another truck. And he rode off into the sunset, never to be seen again.
Me dijo mi primo el liebre te va a entregar un dinero, y jamás me dio nada. Me dijo mi primo a un lado de la Plaza Cachanilla, se bajó de mi camioneta y se subió a otra.
He hopped out of my truck, hopped in another truck.
Me dijo mi primo el liebre te va a entregar un dinero.
He told me his cousin Liebre was going to give him some money. He didn't give him shit.
Y jamás me dio nada. Me dijo que su papá Damaso me mandaba a saludar.
He said that his father Damaso said to say hi.
Se fue y me dijo ahorita te hablo.
He said he left and said I'll talk to you later.
No.
No, mommy's wake. Yo, man, this is like the you ever see the movie Superbad? This is like Superbad of the cartels and shit, you know? Crazy funny, right? Crazy hilarity and shit. Mini League turned on everyone, on everybody. Anybody can get it. He wrong like a motherfucker, but I don't think it was he had a choice in the matter. I don't know. He might not have had a choice. He had a choice whether to tell them they were on their own or not, though. That's for sure, 298. And he didn't tell them shit. He said, listen, man, I'm going to hop out of your truck. I'm going to hop in somebody else's truck. My cousin's going to give you some bread. My father says hello. I holla. Peace. And he broke out on them. He left them there. Vicente was having meetings with the CIA in hotels of all places. Just a coincidence, though. He was having meetings with the DEA in hotels. That's how he got caught. Shout out Sheldon on the check-in. Shout out Zorada on everyone. All right? He turned on everyone. In his trial, it came out, due to national security, everyone pretended they didn't hear it, so it went under the rug, as most things do. Vicente left a lot out of El Traidor. I don't think it was him. I think it was her, and I don't think he left it out. She just worked with what she had. And I think he's going to leave it out. I mean, whatever he's giving her is going to be whatever's best for him to give her. For sure. Tip of the spear, and then some. No. I already started episode 5 of Cartel, and it's on Vicente. And Vicente was the heir apparent. Vicente was supposed to continue this thing for the next 50 years. That shit didn't work like that. Shout out Raven on the check-in. Salutes to you. Thank you for being here. Shout out J-Fam. Little Michoacan in the building. Salutes to you. Checking in. Appreciate you. I don't know if you heard this story, dog. But Mini League told all his boys, hey, man, we're going to go turn ourselves in, man. We're going to make deals. All right. Yeah. They were like, yeah, America.
This is America.
And then the day before they were going to make that deal, he bounced on their ass and made the deal himself. It just gets better and better around here. Buddy, that's how they be balling. Is if you don't make the move first, they fuck you over. Yeah, facts. Facts. That's it. Make your move first or you fucked. Crazy, spooky. I don't even want to say it because I probably get hit with a copyright. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Does the DA even look for low-level traffickers? I feel like they only have high-level ones. Listen, they can only have so many contacts in their phone, all right? Why have 30 Sicarios in your phone where you could have like the son of the top guy or the top guy, huh? Come on. What are we talking about here, man? The phone get heavy with all those numbers in it, EC. He should have known that shit was a goodbye. It sounded like one, didn't it? He even gave him the see you later. My father says hi. That sounds like a fuck you. My father says hi. Wait, isn't your father in prison? What do you mean your father says hi? Why do you say that? What is that fuck me for? Shout out HG with the double check-in. HG the only one that gets away with alts in here. DA goes for anyone they can, from a zip in the mail to tons in Colombia. They're after anything they can get. Nah, it's too much work. They like them headlines for Trompito. The headlines are huge. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. If you've been here more than 5 minutes, we have entertained you and deserve a free like. Hit that like button. Salutes. Yeah, that sounded 298. That sounded like a goodbye. That looked like a goodbye for now.
El Quillo dijo que esperaba la llamada del mini leak cuando le
He said he waited for that phone call.
llamó su esposa para avisarle que ya se había entregado a la DEA en la Esperaba la llamada del mini leak cuando le llamó su esposa para avisarle que ya se había entregado a la
He was waiting for the call from Mini Leak. You know, when he told him, hey, I'll holla at you, he meant that figuratively, not literally. But dude was waiting for the call. He said while he was waiting for that call, his wife called him to tell him that dude already turned himself in.
en la garita de Calexico, dejándolos a él y a Liebre en
Leaving him and Liebre
Cali.
in Mexicali, abandoned.
Posteriormente señala que su tío fue levantado en su casa por gente del hijo del Chapo.
Then he said his uncle was snatched from his home from the Chapitos.
Lo buscaban a él, por lo que se puso en contacto con Rubén Payán, hijo de Genaro Payán Quintero el Gringo, primo de Rafael Caro Quintero. Entonces,
Then this guy went looking for friends. And he went to Caro Quintero's family and got a friend.
cabecillas del cártel de Sinaloa en Quintana Roo, y acordaron que viajaría con ellos. En los días siguientes, en su casa por gente del hijo del Chapo, quienes lo buscaban a él, por lo que se puso en contacto con Rubén Payán, hijo de Genaro Payán Quintero el Gringo, primo de Rafael Caro Quintero, entonces cabecillas del cártel de Sinaloa en Quintana Roo, y acordaron que viajaría con ellos.
He said to go with them.
En los días siguientes, cuando conducía por la carretera a Tijuana, fue detenido en un operativo especial de la CEI.
In the coming days, he was captured in an operation.
Presuntamente ordenado por Iván Archibaldo.
Supposedly snatched up in an operation supposedly ordered by Iván Archibaldo. I will continue to say it. If everything that their enemies say about them is the truth, and everything that they did, you know, was those guys' fault. They are the greatest criminal masterminds in history. Still pieces of shit, still whatever you want to call them, but if everything these people say is true, they've blamed them for everything. If everything they said is true, them guys were the greatest.
El Mayo Zambada ordenó que lo entregaran a la Policía Federal.
Mayo, so this was supposedly ordered by Ivan, the operation, but it was Mayo's order for him to be turned over to the police.
Quienes lo trasladaron a Tijuana.
To the prosecutors.
Fue detenido en un operativo especial del aceido, presuntamente ordenado por Iván Archibaldo. El Mayo Zambada ordenó que lo entregaran a la Policía Federal, quienes lo trasladaron a Tijuana.
Yeah, Mayo ordered that he be sent to the federal police that took him to Tijuana.
Ahí estuve en Tijuana hasta que llevaron un Nissan Versa y bajaron armas viejas y las acomodaron en mi camioneta hasta que hicieron.
Shout out to 298. That mini league boy is something serious, bro. A problem.
Un circo, me leyeron los derechos y me llevaron para la PGR de Mexicali.
They read his rights and they took him to the, I guess, jail in Mexicali.
Ahí estuve 3 días hasta que el fiscal me dijo que no habría arreglo porque los
I was there 3 days before the prosecutors told me there was no deal.
Aceido y la Marina no me querían libre, me querían encerrado o muerto.
Because the Marines didn't want me free, they wanted me dead or in prison.
Río 12 señala que durante el juicio se acreditó que Picos Barrueta es uno de los 3 asesinos materiales del periodista Javier
They
Valdés.
say that he's one of the 3 assassins, of Javier Valdés.
Y que el autor intelectual es Damaso López Serrano, el mini leak.
And that the order came from Mini League. The architect of the whole plan was Mini League.
Solo sobrevivo por lo que mi familia a veces me regala y la comida del
I only live off what my family every now and then can give me.
penal. No tengo una entrada de dinero, ni
I
nadie
don't have any way of making money,
me debe dinero, no he tenido
and nobody owes me no money.
penal. No tengo una entrada de dinero, ni nadie me debe dinero, no he tenido o recibido dinero de nadie desde que Damaso
I haven't received any money from anyone
López Núñez me abandonó en prisión.
since Damaso abandoned me in prison.
Escribió El Quillo, informó el semanario Río 12.
And this is what he wrote, Rio 12. Boy. That boy is a problem. He didn't mention that in his Luis Chaparro interview, did he? I didn't see that. I didn't hear that part. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy talk. Imagine that guy's your boss. I mean, for him to deny a meeting with Mayo, it seems like a new money mistake. And again, he didn't last long after that, right? It ain't like he said, fuck him, and then stood out there active. No, it was fuck him, and then, you know what? Maybe we should turn ourselves in. Maybe you should have took your ass to that meeting. I'm telling you, we need to do a what if series. What if? What would have been different? Wow. It's a different kind of dirtbag. Kids, stay out of the cartel game, all right? Your head is on the chopping block at every moment. In the words of 298, them boys something serious. Right? You don't only have to worry about them murdering you in cold blood, you also have to worry about them pointing their finger and putting you in jail, straight to jail.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Just doing hood rat things with my friend.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
It's a dirty game indeed. Minnie, you didn't tell us you was like that, Papas. You didn't tell us. You said that you was Mr. Nice Guy and everybody did you dirty. That's what I heard from you. That is what I heard from you. I didn't hear nothing about you sending people off. And again, like 298 said, it didn't have to be his decision, right? But he did have the decision, or he did have the opportunity to tell them, hey, man, we shit the bed now. That gives those other guys no reason not to blow him up while he's sitting next to them, so I'm getting it. I get it, you know? Man, I tell this guy I'm leaving, he smoked me right here, so I don't go. You know? I was going to say, where the soundbite, that's the best one. Doing good hood rat stuff with our friends. It's always right there.
I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
All right, I hope that kid is doing better in life. I'm telling you, Shada, what if would get mad views? I wonder. And the opening line would be like, since y'all going to lie on the internet anyway, let's make up some shit. What if? That'd just be the intro for every show. Since y'all going to lie on the internet anyway, let's have fun making up some shit. What if Minileak would have went to the meeting that Mayo said go to and not been an asshole and decided to buck the old man, because he bucked the old man and then instantly said, you know what? I want to live in America. And he bounced. So, you know. But yeah, what if series, man. What if? Do it in Neil deGrasse Tyson's voice. Since you're already going to lie on the internet anyway. What if? I don't know how these people live. They have all this money, but they can't enjoy it. They have to hide all the time. What kind of life is that? No life at all. You know? Their payment come on the weekend where they get to scream. Shoot off guns.
Tango El Gato Los Pantalones.
Woo! They get to show you on Instagram. Chicas champagne. Meanwhile, it's 50 cows ripping through the side of the house and shit. Not to surprise me, I'm proud of the Little Monkey's decision, because if they didn't make the move, they probably was in a whole different situation, because that's what they do. Yeah, I mean, listen. The twins will not be here to tell their story, that's for sure. If I don't think so. Shit was too crazy. Shit was going too crazy. That's another what if, though. We gotta do these what ifs, man. I gotta see how plausible it is. I don't want to put a lot of work into it and then it get 3 views and shit. What if But the problem is, people are going to go listen to all the lies anyway. 100,000 views on each lie. So it's what it is. Sucks more than you can think. Everyone glamorizing it until you got to stay up for days. Glamorizing it until they realize that the boss is a chomo or a snitch or this or that. The problem is that they don't know these things. There's going to be a percentage of them that don't care. The ones that do care, those are the ones that need to know that they're being lied to. They're the ones that need to know. All I know is your boy got a civil lawsuit. And here's the thing. He ain't got no money. He talking about he don't eat nothing. He talking about he ain't got no money since Menelik abandoned him, right? So how you got a civil case going against the United States? Did I read that wrong? Was I wrong? Am I out of pocket? All right. It's even the point. What's even the point? But what do I know? To each their own. Yeah, no. Get that money, you know, live that life. Duck, dive, dodge, dip is the life of a plug. You got to think Caro Quintero's got to be exhausted at this point in his life. Because he been getting caught since what? 81? You know? Shout out Pure Art on the check-in. Salutes to you, Pure Art.
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
Salutes. The guy is basically suing the United States government because he thinks that by Damaso turning himself in, they put his life in danger. Your analysis is right. Salutes. But my thought is, you know, where he got the money to sue anybody? How's he suing? You can sue somebody for free. He just told us he can't even eat, you know. But I don't know. But I appreciate you. Thank you for the translation. And yeah, man, we got that shit right. Ya da tiempo. I got to do something right. Let's get it right here. Let's get it. This is from Exclusive Mafia. I don't know how much weight it holds. I don't know if they give me any article or whatever. But this is what they got to say. Rafael Caro Quintero in plea talks with U.S. prosecutors. Rafael Caro Quintero, the alleged Mexican drug lord and former Guadalajara cartel leader, is now in early plea discussions with U.S. prosecutors, according to remarks made Thursday in federal court in Brooklyn. Okay, if it was mentioned in court, then I believe it. His defense lawyer said both sides are discussing a possible resolution short of trial. Though prosecutors said there is not currently a formal plea offer on the table, Caro Quintero pleaded not guilty in February 2025 to charges including engaging in a continuing criminal enterprise and conspiracy to import cocaine into the United States. The 73-year-old was expelled, not to be mistaken with extradited, expelled from Mexico to the U.S. in February 2025 as part of a handover of 29 alleged cartel figures. He had previously spent 28 years in a Mexican prison after being convicted in connection with the 1985 killing of DEA agent Enrique Kiki Camarena, one of the most infamous cases in the history of the drug war, though Reuters reports he has denied involvement in Camarena's death. The U.S. Justice Department said in August 2025 it would not seek the death penalty, and his trial is currently scheduled for March 8th, 2027. I mean, how much longer you expect that guy to live after, all he's been through? He's old. He's tired. This is the guy. This is fucking the guy that played him. This is Namor from fucking Avengers. Look at him now. That's un bochorno. Be in jail. So
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music
years?
too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail.
They
Slow,
let him
jail.
out. They let him out as an old man last time, and then what happened? He had to run again. They got his ass again. Didn't he just say he has no income? How you paying to sue the government? Hey man, he got to sue the government. They should leave him alone. Like they ain't got enough dudes to take. By this time, what does him in jail count for? I think that's the only. Again, it could be true what Jay said, where they're just gonna give him the opportunity to plead guilty. What everybody else seems to think is he still has the Kiki Camarena coin in his pocket. Y el Rocha.
Oye, ¿y el Rocha? ¿Y el Rocha? Bueno, ¿y el Rocha?
Let's get it. Shout out, shout out Jose. I ain't even read it yet. I just heard the not to defend and I started laughing. Shout out Jose. Just a few minutes behind. Shy. Not to defend Minnie, but this letter seems to have been ordered by Ivan or their own government to try to get Minnie back to Mexico. Huh. That letter. Okay. Give me a second. Let me think about that. He's done. Point blank. You talking about Caro? That's it? He got nothing. He got no shell in the game? No shell game to play for him, huh? Do you all think he killed Camarena? There's a lot of conspiracy theories about that case. That don't even look like him anymore, but again, he did come out and start right back up. Yeah, no, he's an old man. He's an old man. Shout out JP. Looks like Caro bit the cheese. Shout out Sally. She believes he did kill Kiki Camarena. All right. Will he implicate the CIA is the big question everybody's asking. CIA killed him. This guy, he's a legend, bro. Swinging, nut huggers. I came in like a wrecking ball. They come in swinging on the nuts. Kiki saw the work they were moving for the Sandinistas and was going to shut it down, but the CIA had other plans. I believe that's part of the story. I don't think that where there's no smoke, there's no fire. So. But this old man waiting for trial in March, all that, nah, they're just going to plead guilty. They're going to give him his time, and it's going to be a wrap.
Yo vivo tranquila con los pelos
La cagó el gallo. Cállate, hijueputa.
Yeah, shout out JP. Shy, did you hear Emma's going to put out a show with actor who played Señor de los Cielos playing Chapo? Based on the perspective of Emma. Yeah, hey, man, she got to cash in however she can. That's what she got left. She leaves that alone, then she got nothing. She got nothing. See, I would put up a poll for this story, but then we'd have to put up two polls. One would be, who do you believe responsible for the death of Kiki Camarena? The Guadalajara Cartel or the CIA or both? And then it would be, does Caro use that chip in court? I don't know. Shout out Zoraida. JP, yes. Chapo's not handsome and tall. Yeah, they changed his whole image. Cuban intelligence and CIA. I always think about a video I saw a long time ago where it showed where Bobby Kennedy was. Yeah, where Bobby Kennedy was killed. and they kept showing this giant Cuban that they were saying was a CIA guy. Then they popped up pictures of him in all these different places. Yeah, people think the CIA don't exist, and I don't know what to tell you. Shout out FJ. If Caro had it, he would have used that card decades ago. I agree. He's been in enough shit. I wish I could highlight these chats. I just don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened here. But you're probably right. Yeah, it's probably they just don't want to go through a trial. He'll be another year older. We're talking March 27. Right. YouTube don't want no hood rattery going on tonight.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff for my
Be
friend.
happening. Now, YRN, now you should know better than to come in here talking to me like that, YRN, because I will disappear the shit out of you. I happen to like you, and I happen to be amused by some of your foolishness sometimes, all right? But watch your fucking mouth coming in here telling me to do my homework, okay? You probably, and I don't know where you're at in the video, but the way you listen to shit, you probably misunderstood what was said, and now you in here telling me to do my homework, so... Sit your ass down, calm down before I put you in the fucking bed. Alright? I give you the benefit of the doubt, but not to be coming in here, telling me to do my fucking homework. Caro can give the U.S. government the world, and he doesn't go nowhere. So that's it. No matter. So same thing with Mayo, same thing with Chapo. They ain't got enough information. They'll get an extra piece of chicken. No extra chicken. Softer pillow, nothing. Damn. Shit's rough, man. That dude will be hating, indeed. Indeed. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens to Caro Quintero. We'll see if he's just like, man, listen, man, I'm guilty. I did all that shit. Sentence me. I want my fucking chop. That's it. He's done. He's 73 years old. But then again, they let you out last time, gave you an opportunity to be an old man in the world, and lo cagaste.
Yo vivo tranquila con la
Cagó el gallo. Cállate, hijueputa.
And now here's what's happening. Our local genius, YRN, jumped in there, told me to do my homework, but he don't realize he's not even in the right place of the live. He ain't even hear me respond to him yet. Why? Because he's like probably an hour behind us, maybe 2. But he want to talk crazy to me. You don't even know where you at in time, papas. At this point, Caro's the poster boy for the case, so it's not gonna be good for him. Yeah, right. Who's left? That's it. He's left. Shout out HD. Damn, he's still kicking. I don't know if you could call it kicking. He moved his foot, He crossed his legs and he probably moved the tip of his foot a little bit. I don't know if you could call that kicking though. He been cramped up for a long time. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Salutes. You seen him with the gray hair? He got gray hair and shit now. Well, not even gray. That shit's white. White. Trying to see if we missed anything here. Well, we saw a ridiculous garbage story about a rumored meeting between Ivan and Maito Flaco. I don't know. We'll see how real that is. Let's see. But I don't see nothing new here. A lot of attacks. A lot of lies. A lot of bullshit.
Bullshit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he barely kicking. Let me see if there's anything. Let me see if this guy, did they Photoshop this? Because I saw a picture of this guy he was pissed on. Was that bullshit? Was that trolling? I know some of y'all saw it too. I saw this image. I saw this image, but this dude was pissed on. Like he pissed himself. What was the point of said meeting? Which meeting? What are you talking about? Where you at? You probably behind too. What are you talking about? Dígame. Shout out Raven. But Les probably not with us. What meeting? What did I say? I can't even put y'all comments on the screen. That shit pisses me off. And I'm seeing a lot of cartel busts, a lot of arrests, a lot of these small stories. But these news channels have to stay up, so, you know. Boy, they caught him sleeping and pissed. Nah, yeah, he had pissed him. I don't know if they made that image up, but I seen him pissed on. Oh, the Ivan and Maito Flaco meeting? What was this meeting? What was the point of said meeting? They never said. They just said, hey, man, you know, there's a lot of bullshit out there. You got to be careful. Now, this is what we heard this week. Here's some more bullshit for you to fucking listen to. Bro, I don't know how presidents still pulling weight across the world and not being investigated for being a fucking chomo. This is the world that I live in. But there's always somebody at burro. There's always, you know, and I'm not gonna go through these stories, but there's always somebody at burro. They call it burro. And then they got there's always a story. The Chapiza, this happened. That happened. This person got shot down. Military thing. Like, this shit is cartel attacks. They attack police base. CJNG gunman arrested with recruitment posters. Cider bomb and her chomo homeboy. 2 tons of cocaine off the Coast Guard. Like, it's just constant. Velez, Mahiga's still probably trying to vouch for Cali Taco. Mahiga Velez probably still trying to vouch for Cali Tacos. He got to relax. I ain't said it was bad. I'm just saying. He can't handle the truth. Shout out Raven in the kitchen cooking, but this is fire, bro. What you cooking on, man? We hungry? What's going on over there? Shout out Raven. Salutes. Hope you're having a great day. This is America.
This is America.
Because they all chomos, so you pull one string, the whole sweater falls. Yeah, man. Somebody need to set the fucking sweater on fire. Caro, Mayo, and Chapo looks like the U.S. got the 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. Shout out Juan Quintero. Relax talking about your tío like that, bro. No relation? No relation. Another one is El Corval de Maduro, Venezuela. Now, I saw something the other day that said Maduro wanted to make a deal. Haven't I been telling y'all that I feel like he had a deal? He knew they were coming for him. I don't believe they went in there and extracted him. I believe that was theater. The whole thing, the explosions, the weapons, it was all used for y'all to see it used. That's my belief. El Corval de Maduro, Venezuela dictator. No need to vouch for them. Cali Taco certified, JP. I mean, I'm saying though, you know. If you don't know what you don't know, Papa, get familiar. You gotta believe the professionals, bro. He won't ever get out of prison. Yeah, nah. These guys are in their 70s. They're knocking on the door to the upper room. Yeah, Maduro was a pickup, not an extraction. I agree. He had a deal. He's talking, but he won't ever get out. You think so? Here's my problem with that, Sheldon. We just saw them let out another dictator, just for the sake of going to get Maduro. Just because they said it was a Biden hoax, they let out a whole dictator. You know what I'm saying? A whole dictator, they let him out. So we can never say never. I hear what you're saying, but they've proved that they'll prove that they'll do what we don't see coming. You done lost once. So I said Egyptian tacos are better. The Egyptians that invented that shit. Shout out FGE. Saludos de parte de Boldo, Mexico. Salutes to you. Appreciate you. Shout out to the whole Boldo family. Talking about a discombobulator. Fuck them up. I believe they have that. I believe they used it. But I don't think they had to. I think they did that to show everybody, hey, our shit works. All right? Take a good look. We'll discombobulate your guts from the inside out. Yeah, but Noriega didn't do things that Maduro did. Facts. And they did Noriega in the street. Egyptian tacos, man. They invented that shit. Shy kids and people not eating because he cut SNAP benefits, but he wasting our tax money to put up. Bro, this is a whole shit show. And the people that follow him, they're slowly backing up. They're now they're upset. Like, you don't have right. Fuck you. I sent something to Jay Flores today, right? And it said, and it was a dude talking, and he was like, "What did you guys that voted for Trump get? You didn't get this. You didn't get this. You didn't get this. You didn't get this." And I said, "Jay, what'd you get? Y'all got Caro Quintero." That's what they got out of the administration. A 73-year-old man in a fucking cage. I wonder if these cartel leaders have tried to bribe Trump. He's so corrupt. Because he feels like he's above them. So he'd rather just take their shit. He's not a man you can reason with. Shout out Raven. You're probably right, bro. Deals are being made. Always have been. Cartels, even the mafia, and so-called street guys. That's the thing. People be like, Shy, it's Mexico. We know that's part of the game. No, it's not. It's the same everywhere. Different scales, different sizes, but it's the same everywhere. There's a dude lying, telling you not to be a snitch. Meanwhile, he's running his fucking lips. Is it 100% of them? No. Of course, there's guys that stood their ground and said, I'm never going to snitch. They did 100 years and whatever. I get it. I'm just trying to say, don't fall for the okie doke. And if you know better, then I ain't fucking talking to you. Not you, Raven, but I'm saying to the people that be like, this, that, that. Nah, if you know better, then ain't nobody talking to you. I'm talking to the one that don't know no better. That don't know that he's wearing a Chapo shirt and Chapo had 15-year-old girlfriends. Maybe you don't want to be wearing that shirt. If you still want to wear it, then that's on you. That say more about you than it do about me. I just want you to have the information. That's it. Shout out Velez. That's not what I voted for. Yeah, I didn't vote for that. Well, guess what? We don't vote for specific things in this country. Sounds to me like you voted for racism. That's what it sounds like to me. Like you voted for some racismo. And, and now there's hungry babies. And, why? Because a rich man thought you were getting too much. Ain't that ironic? Fucking dorks. I went fuego on them. Make me start talking Puerto Rican Spanish. I start talking Puerto Rican Spanish. We done reached another level. Clown shit. Shout out Raven. It's about 80% of them. About 80% of them. Okay. And then there's like another 5% that's still like, woo, yeah, we're going to let it burn to the ground. Meanwhile, he's a fucking dork with dementia in a room with all the most important buttons and he's just pushing them all. Hey. It's the world we live in. But people don't want to hear me talk about politics because they think I'm stupid because I'm not a fucking slave. Oh, Shy is cool when he talking about this. When he talk about politics, guess what? I don't talk about politics. I talk about my hate for politics. Right? My dread for politics. Politics is a joke. It's a trick. It's a lie. You know? So take that shit and put it in your pundit, motherfuckers. But yeah. I didn't vote for that. She did, bitch. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Got nothing. Motherfucker said, we're talking about this Epstein guy again? Come on. What are you talking about? It's a hoax. Oh, yeah, bitch? Those files are the gift that keeps on giving. And motherfuckers should never shut up about that shit. Ever. This didn't we fight over some tea? The price of tea and shit? Huh? A tax on tea? Meanwhile, people leave when you start talking about protecting the children. People leave the video when you start talking about protecting children. The most unprotected humans on the planet. Children. Bunch of fucking cucks. All right, man. I've reached the rant part of the show. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Let's get to 35 if we try. I don't know that I got much else to talk about unless we're going to kick the bobos and just talk shit. I want to know why Upper Echelon asked me if I have a pop culture channel. I just don't have the time. If this channel would if YouTube would push this channel like I believe this channel should be pushed, then we'd have moved on and would have been growing other channels while putting in the maintenance work to keep this channel going. But El Tubo is stubborn. Don't fuck with me like that. They don't like me. They hit the files and hackers erased the rest of the files. I'm sure a hacker is going to tell us the truth about that. Tell us that didn't happen. This is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but a lot of people in this country are very ignorant, indeed. That's why we have this current government. Also the fact that he was elected twice. No, I agree with you. There's a lot of stupid motherfuckers out there. All right? Some make mistakes. Mistake is all right, in the words of DMX. But ignorance is weaponized in this country. That is what they are doing. They're finding the dumbest thing in people, and book smart people. Some book smart people. They're finding the dumbest thing in them to appeal to, and they're manipulating that. Ignorance has been weaponized in this country. Weaponized ignorance. They're not appealing to anybody but the ignorant with the campaign propaganda, all of that shit. That's who they're appealing to. That's who they're talking to. The ones that believe anything, the ones that'll put a spin on anything, that's who they're talking to. The ones that don't have, they don't know the policies. They don't know a lot of these people don't know what the fuck is going on. They just know America. It's America. They know what benefits them. They know their own racisms, their own whatever, classisms, whatever the fuck it is. And they just appeal to that shit, and these people run with it. They're not the brightest bulbs in the chandelier, but they go to the water cooler with whatever they heard in the headline the day before. Those are the people that they feed this propaganda to. So yeah, unpopular opinion, but what do I need to be popular with a bunch of fucking dummies for? And that's not to say that it's just dummies supporting the current administration. It's dummies on both sides of the aisle. Both sides of the aisle are bullshit. The aisle is bullshit. So
Bullshit.
that's my soapbox. That's me on my soapbox.
Johnny just subscribed on YouTube.
Shout out Johnny for the subscription. Salute. The U.S. can never say anything to anyone. After electing Trump twice, the U.S. has lost all credibility. There's countries like Russia and Israel. Who knows if there will be another election, if there will even be another election. Yeah, the positions that we put ourselves in, huh? Bro, we can't even protect babies. Despicable. Despicable. Bunch of bullshit. Shout out Roofer on the check-in. Salutes. On a check out, really, because we're going to get out of here soon, I think. We just talking bullshit now. Or we're just talking. Not necessarily bullshit, but we bullshit. Madudo was making money with drugs. He was making money off drugs while holding old people and kids food and medicine. He didn't care about nobody. Yeah. Fuck him. But I think he was definitely picked up. He knew he had a deal coming. Bunch of bullshit.
Bullshit.
Shout out JP. Bunch of bullshit. We bullshitting. Il Cartel. We bullshitting. What else happened? Yeah. Follow us on Ill Crimes, y'all. We're over there covering the death of Arturo Gotti Jr. and the death of Arturo Gotti Sr. I can't cover it on this channel, but I cover it over there. So please join us over there. The energy of a live stream is much different over here. You guys feed me energy in the chat. And over there, it just be a few of us. And, you know, we do what we can with what we got. But, you know, sub up. The link is in the chat. Why did Trump... gone. Right, I think we covered what we were gonna cover. I'm gonna edit that mini league piece, drop that tomorrow. I'm gonna continue working on Cartel episode 5. We're gonna get that done. Hopefully get that out this week. I was working on something big. I think it fell through. We'll see how that goes. I can't see where I see all the chat message. It's not the first time it happened. Are you on live chat or top chat? Make sure in the upper left corner. I can't even put my chat on the screen, which is annoying me. FJ said close and reopen. Shout out JP. Y'all go subscribe at Ill Crimes at your own risk. Like and subscribe. It's free. YouTube been on BS today? I see. Check to see if I need an update, but no. I don't know what's going on. Shout out to the 35 likes, though. Let's make sure we ain't got nothing in the Discord. Shout out Al the Pal on the check-in. Live chat. I don't know what's happening. Again, everything wilding on me too over here. Let's see what we got in the current Cartel live content. Again, follow us over there at Ill Crimes. I got so much more information coming in on these Arturo Gotti boys, and it's crazy. We'll see what happens with that case. Maduro gonna get at least 30 to 40 years, and like I said, they probably help his wife get out after 10 or 15 years. But I don't think so. Whew. She fucked up, huh?
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
She married the wrong dude. She thought she came up. Al Mini League turned on everyone. That's what's up. Replay gang. Yeah. Catch the replay. He turned on, he like Velez said, man, he went to cooperate and it was like, hey man, who the fuck are all these guys, man? But I still gotta cover Andrew Clark. See this. Let's see if I can find that story. Yeah. Fuck it, let's do it. Shout out King Deuce on the check-ins. Salutes. Get this ad out of my face. What's that about Andrew Clark? Andrew Clark was Ryan Wedding's boy that got popped off. We sitting here, where everybody comparing him on the internet to Chapo and all these people, and we talking about who got him, and the United States claiming they got him, and it turns out his boy turned his ass in. So Ryan Wedding didn't turn himself in. The Mexican president used that AI picture of him saying that he turned himself in. Indeed, that did happen. They fooled me for a night with that shit too. Hold on. Let's get it. How Ryan Wedding's right-hand man turned on him and helped take him down. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Court records suggest after his arrest, Andrew Clark helped the FBI bring down Wedding's drug ring. All right, this is Andrew Clark right here looking all Betty Kiki's right here. I guess this is him. A year ago, Ryan Wedding was on the run and riding high. According to investigators, he celebrated the January 2025 shooting of an FBI witness in Colombia by sending around a picture of the man's lifeless body and bragging about how he killed the rat. Oh, man. This guy, he might as well have done a drill music song and made a video and shit, right? A lawyer in Ontario had allegedly assured Wedding that eliminating the informant would thwart the prosecution against him. But for Wedding, the Thunder Bay, Ontario native known as Public Enemy, accused of leading a murderous drug smuggling empire, his luck would soon turn. His closest confidant, Andrew Clark, friend, right? The Canadian who U.S. prosecutors called Wedding's right-hand man, would agree to act as the FBI's new informant, providing investigators with crucial evidence that would help bring down the sprawling cartel-linked operation. The New York Times first reported on Clark's possible cooperation with law enforcement But a CBC News review of hundreds of pages of court filings reveals the broad scope of the 35-year-old's apparent involvement in the investigation that led to Wedding's arrest last month. Ryan Wedding, Clark, a former elevator mechanic and landlord who lived in Burlington, Ontario, told investigators he began working with Wedding in 2015 and met him in person for the first time in 2021, when Clark relocated to Mexico. How he first connected with Wedding, a one-time Olympic snowboarder with a starkly different background, is unclear. But prosecutors in California allege Clark somehow rose through the ranks of the underworld to become second in command in Wedding's purported criminal enterprise. At the height of their alliance in 2024, Clark allegedly boasted about shipping 2 to 3 tons of cocaine to Canada each month, and via encrypted text message promised a contract killer in Toronto $1.5 million if we keep knocking him out the park quick. Encrypted text messages. So miss me with the, it's encrypted. Doesn't fucking matter. All right? They can't read them. They read them. All right? An encrypted message that said, that promised a contract killer in Toronto $1.5 million if he kept knocking him out the park. $1.5 million. Shout out AG, not the Petty Kiki. He's looking real Petty Kikis right there, man. Real Petty Kikis. Wedding and Clark have each pleaded not guilty in the U.S. to federal charges related to drug trafficking and murder, including the shooting of a couple mistakenly targeted in Caledon, Ontario. The allegations against them and their co-defendants have not been proven in court. These people went to visit their daughter. Went to Canada to visit their daughter, minding their business for a couple of jerk-offs, to send another couple of jerk-offs in there to the wrong place, and they lose their lives. That's despicable dirtbag shit. That ain't gangster shit. That ain't tough shit. That's sucker shit. I'm sorry. It is what it is. These people ain't got nothing to do with that game, nothing to do with what they had going on, and motherfuckers want to make excuses for him and wish him well. Fuck him. That's it, que la cagó el gallo.
Yo vivo tranquila con los
La cagó el gallo. Cállate, hijueputa. Si la cagó, mira, hizo. ¡Ah!
Cagó. Dictator, captured in October 24. In the days following January 31st, 2025, killing of the prosecution's key witness, Montreal-born Jonathan Acevedo Garcia, shot in the head 5 times by an unidentified gunman at a restaurant in Medellin, Colombia. The FBI's manhunt for Wedding ramped up. Wedding also began his own search for a snitch. In October 2024, the U.S. Justice Department had unsealed an indictment for Wedding, Clark, and 14 others, publicly naming them as members of a nonviolent criminal enterprise moving truckloads of cocaine across North America. The indictment repeatedly cited an unnamed informant who'd worked with the group's leaders, Wedding and Clark, and was prepared to testify against them. According to court documents, Wedding almost immediately suspected Acevedo Garcia, a 42-year-old convicted ecstasy trafficker who'd met Wedding as they both served time in a Texas prison more than a decade earlier. By then, it was too late for Clark. He'd been captured earlier in October by elite Mexican security forces with the help of Interpol in a dramatic operation involving heavily armed troops and pickup trucks in Zapopan, Jalisco. Local media reported Clark had been dining in a restaurant in an upscale shopping complex when he was surrounded and handcuffed. So he was hanging out like Metro over there in Zapopan. Was he protected by them? Evidently not enough. Gotcha, bitch. You know? The Mexican government described Clark as a logistics operator with ties to two of the country's biggest and most notorious drug syndicates, the Sinaloa Cartel and the Four Letters Cartel. According to the U.S. indictment, he went by aliases including Dictator and El Niño. No.
No. Oye, ¿y el Rocha? ¿Y el Rocha? Bueno, ¿y el Rocha?
He went by aliases including Dictator and El Niño Problemático. All right, the kid, the problem child. No mommy's wait. Fuck out of here. By February 2025, Clark was sent to the U.S. to face charges on a flight with 28 other cartel-linked figures. Joseph McNally, then the most senior federal prosecutor in Los Angeles, said authorities were grateful to have him in the United States where he will face justice. Almost as soon as he arrived in California, Clark was spilling what he knew, spilling the beans, all right? Spilling the beans. And with weddings still on the run, soon named one of the FBI's most wanted fugitives, investigators were keen for the type of insights Clark could provide. Clark still in touch with Wedding until last fall. A summary of the U.S. investigation filed in Ontario Superior Court as authorities sought to arrest and extradite Wedding's alleged Canadian accomplices does not name Clark as the FBI's new confidential source, but it lays out the help provided by someone fitting only Clark's description. The documents identify the cooperating witness as a co-defendant who had trafficked drugs with Wedding and assisted Wedding with committing multiple murders, before turning informant and meeting with investigators numerous times between February and November 2025. The FBI first happened upon a wealth of new evidence when Mexican authorities seized Clark's cell phone following his capture. Court files say Clark had used the device to communicate with Wedding's drug couriers, a hitman, and other associates via the encrypted chat app Threema. Well, that shit's not encrypted, man. They got that shit. All right. Asked by a collaborator about a police investigation involving an unarmed guy, Clark is said to have responded, "Well, I tried to kill him. LOL." One alleged associate appeared to be of particular interest to investigators. Deepak Paradkar, a well-known Toronto area lawyer who'd sent Clark a picture of himself. Prosecutors will go on to allege Paradkar played pivotal roles in Wedding's network by investigating drug seizures and vetting trucks who could help smuggle cocaine. What's more, Paradkar is accused of counseling Wedding and Clark to kill FBI informant Acevedo Garcia so they would avoid extradition from Mexico on U.S. charges against them. Even after his arrest, Clark appears to have kept in touch with Wedding for several months, purportedly helping to track down Acevedo Garcia by sending an associate from Edmonton to Colombia twice and once to Mecca, Saudi Arabia, in the weeks before the former Montrealer's assassination. So even after he was arrested, he was helping Wedding find this witness. Messages on Clark's mobile phone are also said to have implicated Roland Sokolowski in the criminal network, a Toronto jeweler accused of laundering hundreds of millions of dollars of drug money. Sokolowski allegedly procured high-end items for Wedding, including an ultra-rare Mercedes said to be worth $13 million U.S. A lawyer for the Department of Justice Canada recently described Sokolowski as Clark's right-hand man, effectively making him the third in command in Wedding's network. A lawyer for Sokolowski has rejected the characterization. Paradkar has denied any wrongdoing. Look at all these dirtbags, boy. Oh, mames. That smut hit different. El niño problemático. Coño, man. Mono con los ojos tapados.
Mono con los ojos tapados.
The two men were among 8 arrested in November 2025 in Canada as part of a joint FBI and RCMP takedown of Wedding's network after the purported roles of several accused were highlighted by Clark. So Clark was trying to get at this witness and he was being a witness at the same time? Is this what I'm hearing here? Did he just pull the double Uno reverse card or some shit? What's going on here? The two men, after the purported roles of several accused were highlighted by Clark, the men now all face extradition to the U.S. Paradkar's lawyer, Ravin Pillay, said in a statement in December that the case against his client rests almost entirely on the word of a cooperating witness. Witnesses such as these, Pillay added, carry extraordinary credibility concerns and have been the cause of many wrongful convictions. Yeah, because, I mean, if you're going to tell, what's to say that you ain't going to lie? You're going to do whatever you got to do. Informant can get dramatically lower sentence, says ex-prosecutor. As for Clark, it's not clear what authorities promised him in exchange for his cooperation with the FBI. Last April, prosecutors stated in a court filing that they would not seek the death penalty against him. Unlike some of his co-accused, Clark's current location is not listed publicly by the U.S. Federal Bureau of Prisons. A spokesperson for the prosecutor's office in Los Angeles and Clark's attorney, Matthew Lombard, each did not respond to requests for comments. Richard Donahue, a former U.S. attorney in New York who led the prosecution of notorious drug lord El Chapo, told CBC when a cooperating witness provides evidence against more culpable individuals, it may lead to the informant to receive a dramatically lower sentence. Donahue said the Justice Department can also provide the informant and their family with protection, even going so far as to give them new identities. The former prosecutor said in an interview that if Clark acted as a cooperating witness, he would likely testify against Wedding at trial. It's so important for the jury to hear from someone who was part of the conspiracy, Donahue said. They really narrate the crime from the inside. There it is. I didn't understand. Was he double bubbling? He was. If he put them on, did you hear them say that he put them on to? Did I miss it? Was I not paying attention? That he put them on to Ryan Wedding and how to find him and gave them information. It says that he was talking to Wedding after he was already in prison. After he was already in prison, they were supposedly trying to get this witness together. If the witness still got smoked, then he was committing crimes and cooperating at the same time. Is that what I read? Is it too late? Have I been here too long? I think I've been here too long. Man. So that's what I understood. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll catch it in the editing, but now here's the thing for everybody that be like, oh, he don't look like a drug lord and he don't look like a this and he don't look like a, none of these guys look like what you motherfuckers are imagining. None of these motherfuckers look like the shit you see in the movies, so stop. Thought it was weird how they don't know how he rose to be his right-hand man. Yeah, they're like, yeah, even though they come from separate backgrounds. But again, it's Canada. Who knows how they operate over there? It is strange, though. Definitely strange. It's just another example, though. Another example of your right-hand man using the finger on his right hand to point you out. It's right there. It's all right there. It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. I want to keep this. Probably shouldn't have done that. Hopefully it don't lock up the computer. Hunter's up in the... Yeah, won't do it. Get that out of here. I don't know, but I think they planted that again. Just had one job. Get to the top and get that guy. Yeah, it could be. You saying he is, what's his face? From The Departed and shit. It's a double agent. Here's the problem with that. Didn't information that he had lead to a witness being assassinated? You know? Didn't he have that? Let's see. Didn't he have that? Oh shit, we got the big gal. The big gal. Huh? What's up, bozo? What's up, pendejo? What's wrong? We never seen you before, so you saying what's up? You could be talking to anybody. I don't know if you're talking to me. What's wrong? What's wrong? Did we sound too aggressive for you? Huh? You decided to come over here and tell me how you're tough and I'm pussy? That was happening? Hurry up, answer me. I'm talking to you. You wanted attention, right? You got it. Come on, big gal. Get it going, gal. Get it going. You moving too slow for somebody who want to talk shit. Moving too slow. Too slow, Tony Tough Guy. What happened? My voice too deep for you? Made you, made you feel a little, did I disrupt, you know what I'm saying, the thing inside you? Huh? No? Oh, okay. Just checking. I appreciate you. Oh, you like my videos? Cool then. We like good attitudes around here. We okay with differing opinions, but we like good attitudes. So salutes to you. Appreciate you. So yeah, let me do what I was doing before I was so rudely interrupted. Let's get it. You're the only one that talks about this stuff. Plenty of people talk about it. They just be fucking making up shit. Over here, we tell you when we making up shit. We be like, what if? This, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Over there, they'd be like, this is what happened. He's been hiding out in the mountains and he has 3 dragons. Yeah, shout out to Cali. Salute to Cali. I got love for Cali. Just, be cool. And we be cool. I like that you have guests. Yeah. Salutes. We got a couple of guests in here. Again, we got a lot of good stuff. If you haven't been to our playlist section, go to our playlist section. Check out the Surviving El Chapo series. Check out Cartel Wives. You can check out a whole bunch of stuff out there. He has 3 dragons. He got 3 dragons. Right? He's strapped with 2 wizards. Egyptians invented that shit. We found out today, Velez. We learn something new every day, baby. You know nothing about no Egyptian tacos, motherfucker. Yeah, see, I haven't got my blood pumping for nothing, man. You know? The fuck? But again, another situation where stay out the game, kids. These motherfuckers will turn you in. Okay? They're not ready for this shit. They're gonna sacrifice you. So instead of being in a position where you gotta do the sacrificing first, there's a million ways to get paid nowadays. Figure it out. Salute. First time on chat, but watched a lot of Ill's videos. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button. All right, y'all. I think we are done for the night, man. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Let me run through the chat. If you just got here, make sure you you replay gang and check us out from the beginning. Go sub up to Ill Crimes, where I cover other crimes aside from the cartel. And Ill Films, if you like films and TV, I react to films and TV shows over there. I'm going to take the time to watch a film or a TV show. I may as well make content out of it. If you have yet to hit the like button, please do. If we can get to 40 before we go, that'd be lovely. All right, let me go through the top fans list. We got a couple tonight. Shout out Velez. Salutes to you, sir. Shout out Zoraida, FJM, EC12, Tere, Sam, HG, JP, Big June, 298, my brother Oso, J-Fam, Soul Man, Pure Art, Big Al, Eddie Jimenez, Al the Pal, Raven Jefferson, Upper Echelon, JB Guidelines, HG's Monkey Teeny account, Sheldon, Sally Correa, Jose, Roofer, Karen, Chris Ayala, King Deuce, Juan Quintero, YRN, Jesus, FJE. Salutes to y'all. Oh shit! Maybe I could do that tonight. What is that? Tell me that again, Velez. Y'all keep telling me about the 000. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Maybe I'll stop working. I doubt it though. I'll probably edit one of these. Shad, thanks for another great live, my brother. May God bless the Il Cartel members in chat. Like and subscribe to the great quality great quality content. Is free. Don't cost you a damn thing. Buenos nachos. God bless y'all. Hashtag King Me. Salutes. Appreciate you, sir. All right. Shout out Eddie Jimenez. Shout out Velez. Shout out Big Al. 000. Let me look that up right now. All right. Motherfuckers keep telling me about this. Oh, it's a whole series? Oh, no, I won't do that right now because I got to film myself doing it. Okay. 000. Amazon. Velez, boy, I will warn you. I see some good actors. I see Gabriel Byrne. That's about it. But, if I watch this and it's bullshit. You ain't never gonna hear the end of that shit. I'm gonna be like, boy, that shit was a zero and a zero. But I see a big ass baggie in the whole world in Periquinkink, so that might be good. Let's see. I gotta ask the internet, if people care to see a reaction to that too, because to build the channel, I need that shit to. JP Zoraida must be a Bolsita thing. Never heard of it either. I believe it's a series. I think one season only, but it was good. Connected the Mexican cartels and the European ones. All right, cool. The fact that you didn't know if it was just, you think one season. The fact that you think one season just makes me question your decision, right? Because if I thought it was one season and I liked it, I would make sure I knew if there was another season, right? But yes, it's one season. Shout out Karen, great live. I appreciate you, Karen. Thank you. I believe in that. I believe in giving the opportunity. Here's the thing, Eddie. Hold on, let me get through this real quick. Eddie says 0 starts off slow, bro. Give it to the episode 3. I got you. I keep thinking that I'm putting the comment on the screen, but it ain't even going up there today. 0 starts off slow, bro. Give it to episode 3. I agree. And I give Liberty the new shows for their pilot. I give them a little grace. All right? Give them a grace period. But that's the problem with when you're doing it for content. You don't want to waste your time. So even if you get in after episode 3, if it's still bullshit, you got to tough it out at that point. Get to the end of it at least. They said Amazon, Zoraida. I think, yeah, Amazon. Shout out Zoraida, great Monday live. I appreciate you. Salutes to Shannon, wherever she's at. Positive vibes to Shannon. All right. Salutes to all the usual suspects that was missing in action today. Shout out to all the wrenches, donators, members. Again, I am working on episode 5 of Cartel, the Vicente episode. And I will be dropping that as soon as possible. Hopefully before the end of this week, we will have a live previewing and then the release. Eddie says 0 turns out good, bro. At the end, you'll be upset there's no second season. See, that's a problem too. I hate dead ends. So that y'all remember when y'all watch Power and I would almost spoil it for y'all? You got to relax. I got to catch up on Force. I don't even think I made it through season 3 of that shit or season 2 of that shit. I don't know. I canceled Christmas though, motherfucker. Shout out JP King Me. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Your boy gonna get some of these edits done and drop these Il Cartel news stories. Make sure you please, play them in the background. If you were there for the original content, comment, hit that like button, share. The shorts, share the shorts. We put out a lot of shorts over the last couple of weeks. All right, I'm going to check it out, man. I'm going to make sure that I do my little research, and then I'm going to check it out. 000. Y'all, a bunch of y'all said to check that out. So I think they're coming out with a new season of Power. They're going to do a prequel. They're going to do a prequel of when they, they're going to catch up to where Raising Canaan is. Raising Canaan is at a place where Kanan and Breeze are becoming friends, so that new prequel will fall perfectly in line with that. JP, I didn't like you in those days. JP was trying to drop spoilers, but we canceled Christmas on him. We'll put him in the fucking.
Put him in the fucking bedroom, Mike.
Yeah, it's gonna be a prequel. Young Ghost and Young Tommy. Let's see what that's like. Mobland as well. You know what? And I think that is one that I really want to put on my channel. Again, I have to be very strategic. I have to pick things that I think people are online looking for, right? Until it gets to a certain point, then I can watch whatever I want. But Mobland is another one. That's Tom Hardy, right? I'm a big Tom Hardy fan. Yeah, that's crazy talk. Wait a minute. Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and Tom Hardy? Yeah. But again, I need people clicking on it. I just finished up my my It universe with Welcome to Derry, season 1. I haven't released the last 2 reactions, but that's coming up. Good show. I enjoyed it. Mobland as well. Yeah, I need to do that. And I need to get back to Mayor of Kingstown, season 2. So we'll see. Let me get these edits popping, and we'll go from there. A lot of good actors on this Mobland, man. Patty Considine's a bad motherfucker too. Oh shit! So I said Mobland too. Yeah, I gotta do that. And it's 1 season. Yeah, I think I have to do it. Think I gotta do it. Maybe this week we get to some of that, man. I'm really trying to get the film channel and the crime channel monetized. It's just hard. It's hard. It's one me, If I got all 3 of them monetized, then, things are spread a little bit better. But Mayor of Kingstown Fire, yeah, I got to get back to that. And that's the thing. I can't have too many of the same style shows. Mayor of Kingstown, Mobland, and 000. That's the 3 same things at a time. So I got to get to one at a time. What's good is that there's 1 season each, except for Mayor of Kingstown. So we good. All right. I appreciate y'all. If there's some big news this week, you'll see me pop up live. If not, we'll be right here Friday night, 7 or 8 p.m. CST, Central Standard Time. All right. With that said, I will holla. Peace.